Welcome back. I want to show you one of my favorite tools that exists in Canva, and that's the Translate tool. If you ever have a graphic that you need to share with your families that maybe don't speak English as their first language, or you want to make your worksheets more accessible, you can come over here and open up any graphic. If it has a text element at all, you can use the Translate app. So I have this graphic right here, and I'm going to come over into my apps on my toolbar. When you open up your apps and you scroll down just a little bit, you're going to see this Translate tool. When you click the Translate tool, you'll have the option between translating the entire page or just selecting specific blocks of text. For this example, I'm going to want to translate the headline and this subheading, but I don't want to translate the name of our district. So I'm going to grab those two right there. And you'll notice that it selected those, but it did not select the text down here that I didn't opt to translate. Then you can come up here and you can select your language. I'm just going to choose Spanish. And you also have the option of translating the tone of voice. So sometimes a word for word translation isn't perfect, and maybe you just want to be informative or friendly. You can choose those. You don't have to. If you don't select anything, it's just going to go directly to the word for word translation. Once you have your options selected, you can come down here and click Translate. Now, this also goes from other languages to English, just so that you know. You'll notice that once it's performed the translation, that it doesn't just replace your original graphic. It creates a second page with the translated version down here. And you can download them both as a zipped folder, or you can just download the one page that is translated. You can continue to add more translations in the same way. If you needed to go yet again, you could come back up here. You could select these same text boxes and you can add another language, and it will just keep going. You do need to pay attention to the spacing and the alignment, because sometimes the translated version will be much longer or perhaps even shorter, and it might mess up the aesthetics of your graphic. So you might have to add a little bit of customization to the sizing of your text or the placement of your text after you have translated. All right, I hope that helps you to translate your documents and make them more accessible to all learners and families.